Manchester United versus Leeds United 0-0. And this will be the tactical analysis of that match. And I promise you, by the end of this show, you are going to know the takeaway, the don't, and what we are going to be expecting in other preseason match. I will not be doing this alone. I'll be doing it with my amazing Manchester United fan, Shegun. How are you doing, Shegun?
Great to be here.
Awesome. And I'm also happy to be here too. First Manchester United preseason tour. What do you see in it, Shegun?
This is the first preseason. You can't really take much from the first preseason because a lot of these players, training is different from match.
Yeah.
So you cannot really take much. But I think what we saw was that was totally two different halves.
Yeah.
Even though both halves were not up to standard,
yeah.
but you can also say it's the first preseason. So it was good to watch, actually.
So first of all, let's start from the defense. The goalkeeper. The first half, I'm seeing Bayinda doing a lot of long ball, targeting the striker, that's Shidobi. And during the tea break, or the water break, I noticed that he was talking to Shidobi where he should be, something like that. Just looking at it. Do you think the game plan of Amorim is to try long, or that has been, or the second half pattern will be the best pattern you will go for?
No, so the reality is, Man United, we've said it many times on the podcast here, Man United will have to be going long because when you have difficulty in building up, which there are a lot of deficiencies. For example, in this game now, there is no midfield. In the two halves, really, there was no midfield because
it was better.
In what way was it better? Most of the balls we had in the second half were from the wings.
Yeah.
There was no dominant play in the midfield. And this is the same thing that affected us in the final against Tottenham. So there's no midfield. So what you will see is that they either use the wing backs or they play it long to the striker. And you can see what the ball they gave to Dobi. He didn't win anything. Even oil on the second half. That's why we said many times that we need a physical striker that can be able to bring the ball down for others to use. But I feel we should expect it because there are still a lot of areas in our team that we have not improved. And it's a point to show us that we need a midfielder, a very technical one.
Yeah, so a midfielder, but if we are still going to be going long, I think the keeper department have to be on point, really. But because let's look at it from this angle. If we have a physical striker that can do all the dirty job doing the link-up play, do you think a good keeper distributing it is okay for the team?
Yeah, so I feel, for example, in this game, in the first half, a lot of the balls that Bayinda played directly to Chidobi got there. The ones that Bayinda played that did not get there were the ones he tried to the sides.
Yeah.
So definitely everybody knows we need to sign a goalkeeper, a very good goalkeeper. So that one is clear. But there's no player currently in our team, maybe except for Zegzi, that can
do the whole league play. Now let's move at the midfield, the defense. Now the first defense was a 3-man defense of Luke Shaw. Then we have Delete, the Mazraoui. I'm seeing there's no connection between, maybe because Diego Leon is new, between Luke Shaw and Diego Leon. There's no connection.
Yeah, so I understand the fact that a lot of Man United fans will say, even me, I'm of the opinion that Luke Shaw should be sold. But also, if you look at it, that Luke Shaw, for most part of Amorim's time, has been injured. So the reality is that the guy doesn't even understand the system. It's clear. He doesn't understand the system. And also, I think he's still having to know when to push forward and when to stay behind in terms of the understanding the movement of the wing back. Exactly. Yeah. I think we're very, very clear. And we also saw that again, him and Dogu in the final. Yeah. We saw those issues. So but I think it's something to look. Me, I've always said it that the only reason why Luke Shaw is playing is because Martinez is injured. Once Martinez come back, Luke Shaw doesn't have a place in this club. In the sense of he can't play the left center back the way Martinez will play it, and he doesn't have the energy and the fitness to play the wing back. So for me, I believe it's just a matter of there's nobody to buy Luke Shaw. Let him run down his contract or something.
Okay. Next thing is that I'm going to do a bit of analysis with my cup. Maybe very soon we'll get the board. Now, I believe that the pattern of Amorim should be something like the triangle pattern, like this, the triangle pattern. That means if your player is on the ball, you create a triangle whereby we have two options.
I think that's basic possession football.
Yes, but I am not seeing it in this match.
The reality is a lot of Man United players are not intelligent. Okay. And let me not just say a lot of them are not intelligent. A lot of our midfielders, there are two things you need for this Amorim system to work. Because if you look at Amorim system, it looks like we are playing with 4 defenders on paper.
Yeah.
Four midfielders on paper.
Yeah.
But the reality is we are playing with 2 midfielders.
Yeah.
But definitely maybe when the likes of Mbeumo and Cunha play together, they can be more central. But last season with the likes of Garnacho and Ahmad, they were playing. That's why I see that Ahmad is using Ahmad in the wing back, because Ahmad, they don't necessarily like to just play centrally. They like to also go out wide.
Yeah.
But what you will see is that the 2 midfielders that will play for Amorim, I've said it before and I'm also saying it again, these people must first of all be intelligent, and these people must be runners and workers.
Athletic.
And when you see the first half, the second half was a little bit better because athleticism of the likes of Ugarte and Maino, and even the technical ability of Maino helped a little bit in the second half. But when you see the midfield of Casemiro and Koila was, in my opinion, was the worst player, because but it's still the first game. He also went on a long-term injury, so maybe the rhythm is not yet there. But you can see that in that game he played up to like 3 positions.
Yes,
he ended up playing wing back, right wing back.
Let's just even drop into Koila in that midfield and Casemiro. Koila did some movement that we said, oh, he's still there, but Casemiro was a bit becoming the Casemiro of old. That means second season of Ten Hag, whereby he's late to run. He will do some quick run and you're like, oh, Casemiro is back. And a few seconds later, he's doing something off. So do you think Casemiro legs?
It's clear. I don't think it's not about what I think now. I think it's clear for every football fan that has seen it. Casemiro doesn't have the legs. Casemiro doesn't have the brains. Casemiro doesn't have the technique. Casemiro doesn't have anything to offer in that team. And if the problem is, I'm not against Casemiro staying in the club.
He can stay.
But you need to buy midfielders. Casemiro should not be starting for Man United, because in this what they call it, in this team where you are not doing front foot press, in this team where we are playing in mid block, you understand?
Yeah.
You need, because you need your midfielders to be people that can, that can cover distance, that can do things. And when you're using less of Casemiro, I just believe we are preparing to fail. Casemiro cannot even receive the ball from the back line and dictate play. So why are we using him?
Even the combination between Casemiro and Koila is something off.
Funny enough, Casemiro and anybody is still a disaster in this club.
Well, I think Casemiro Ugarte can still work.
That means we are not planning to create.
That's true.
We're not planning. And I feel Man United. Yes, I like the signing of Mbeumo and Cunha. Everybody loves it. And I feel
we still need that midfield.
But we still need that midfield. We need to be able to attack teams through the center, through their spine. Yeah. And we've not been able to do that. And I feel we'll be limited in our attack if we don't get proper midfielders.
Okay, finally, let's just talk about the overall game, because we cannot talk of every positioning. But we will do, after this, we do a bit of appraisal of some players like awesome job like Lenny Euro and appraisal for them. But generally, I noticed something. I've been saying it since last season. If anybody can remember, I said, Amorim does not press. I've noticed. I think I press in this pressing game. He needs to press defender to create errors.
And so the way it looks for that pressing is 2 ways. If you have a high pressing team, your team must be very, very disciplined. To know when to press, and when to know the coordinating runs for the person that is starting the press. So it's that's how this Leipzig, Salzburg that press, they have been trained. Mm-hmm. They know that if Bruno is to start the press, for example, Kobe knows how to run, when to run. It has to be a timely stuff. If not, people will beat you. So maybe Amorim is looking at it that his own pattern is like, these guys are not even, when Ten Hag started pressing, people were beating easily the press and they were easily attacking us. So it's like, let's stay compact. Let's have a mid block. But if you have a mid block and you allow people to build up easily,
That's the
You
problem.
must have the high accuracy of winning the ball in the midfield,
in the midfield.
which we don't have because our
Exactly.
midfielders, they always look 2 steps behind. So it's a crazy stuff. But I just feel that anybody that understands ball, which I want to believe that the people in the backroom staff and the boardroom of Man United understand
And they
ball.
saw this first match.
We need midfielders. We need at least 2 midfielders.
It's obvious. And finally, we need striker. I
No,
think
that one is
we cannot stop over it.
that one is clear.
I think right now, if I'm of the opinion that even though we are not getting a striker, someone like Ruben Cunha and even Zegzi and other people can just rotate.
We can't even rely on Zexi now because by the end there was a little precaution. So
Yeah.
if we need a striker. Because sometimes if there was a very, very good physical striker up front, by then they could have just loaded the ball. And with the running of Bruno, Ahmad, Cunha, something could have occurred because it helps them to bypass a lot of things. But today, it was I think second half, we deserve to get a goal in the second half.
Yeah.
Because they were good moments.
And it was fun watching them second half.
Yeah, I think the second half team.
Cups, but at least
The second half team, even though at some point in the second half they were easily opened up defensively, but I feel the second half team still looks like they understand what they are doing better than the first half.
And I love Tom Eaton.
I've said this. Tom Eaton is the best goalkeeper in Man United. I still repeat myself. He's the best goalkeeper in Man United. I'm telling you. I'm not saying you should stay as number one, even though I have my opinion. But I'm saying currently, analyze all those guys. He's the best goalkeeper in Man United. Yeah.
Okay, Shegun, your best 5 player from the preseason.
This game, I think from this game I would choose Euro definitely.
That's
Was
my best.
top class.
Yeah.
I feel Dogu did very well. Ahmad did well. Cunha had some very good moments. So I would say Cunha. There are more than 5 really.
Let's mention the 5. Let's go.
So I feel I mentioned Ahmad. I feel Diego Leon was okay. Delete was decent. So I feel
My best 5 has been the same arrangement, but I will not put Cunha.
even Dalo was decent. You know
the
that
second time
Dalo
was-
is always extra. Every pass is always overtouched and the likes. But I think there were decent moments that I think the fact I would take from this preseason match is yes, against Leeds, it's not a tough opposition like that.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a draw.
Yeah.
But also if the selection was Cunha and Ahmad playing that second half team, you could have easily gotten the
Yeah,
because those guys were poorly served in the first half.
Yeah, I guess that is it.
Yeah.
So, guys, thanks for watching. The Picks of Vertical Football. Like, share, whatever you do, Vertical is here to serve you. Bye-bye.